generate about, the last I heard 2 years ago was $300,000 in profit. So just wondering whether this is just poorly used or whether there's too much expense in operating this golf course.
Yes, through you, Madam Chair, we've had much discussion with the city staff on this. There's a number of anomalies that took place this year. The predicted or projected number of rounds of the golf tournament or the golf course didn't come to fruition. They've got a number of real successes. The course is essentially new compared to the 9-hole course in Brampton, as an example. But the city has found that they had a somewhat downturn in the number of rounds over what was predicted. So the $2.4 million essentially is recovering the cost to run the course and some of the adjustments and changes because it is brand new. They are noticing some real positive trends in the course in respect to the catering piece. The number of tournaments that they have at the courses have increased very dramatically. Another example would be they've got a strong uptake on, for example, Women's Night because of the location and the type of course. But generally, Mississauga staff have indicated to us that they have a bit of a downturn in the number of rounds there, as well as their Lakeview course. They are reassessing the market now and will be providing a report in about 6 months to us about what the predictions or the projections are for the future. And they're adjusting things accordingly to try and market it a little bit differently. We at the Region of Peel don't really get into assessing or managing how the city operates a golf course. I mean, they're operating as the operator, and that's the business they're in. I'm not sure that I would be in a position to assess it or not. The fact is, we anticipate a better return as time goes on and as they rejig some of their operational issues. But the prediction was high, and for last year, it didn't come to the degree that they expected.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Mayor Italian? Yeah. I don't know how many golf courses there are around Brampton, but we're snowed with them in Mississauga. We're surrounded with golf courses. I had breakfast a couple of weeks ago with Iggy Knapp, and they've had to reduce their prices in order to attract people. So their greatest asset is tournaments. Quite honestly, and this year, unfortunately, I had to move my tournament from Braeben back next year. That was one they lost, so I'm afraid the market is saturated with golf courses. Secondly, I sent a memo or a request through to Mitch this week find out if there's equipment on that golf course that should be on it. Have you been able to find out?
Equipment on the golf course that shouldn't?
Detection equipment that should be on a landfill.
Must have gone away. I'll check into that.
Yeah, well, it was in the newspapers that. Well, I don't want to raise the question. I put the question through to you. It's important that we know whether there is equipment on that golf course because it's a landfill site.
Former landfill site. Finish Mayor McKelly? That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Break down Brae golf, the court. Now, I'm sure there's some joint administration that I don't know how you would do that.
We think it's important because it introduces young players to the course, and it's affordable, it's a lower cost. So we get a lot of youth play there as well, little kids, 12, 8, 10. And we have the pros working with the young people as well, so we can break that down.
By the way, Councillor Prentice, talking to Iggy Knapp, they've had to reduce their prices, and it's not because of the oversupply of golf courses. There's a new one just opened up. In fact, the folks on Eglinton Avenue, where you get wood and such, they just opened up an 18-hole on Trafalgar Road, a brand new, big investment. And I think that is affecting it more than anything. So, as Councillor Prentice says, and I haven't had any complaints, but if they're dropping their fees, then it better be looked at as to whether our fees. And yet our fees, I'm not trying to compare our fees with Linehead, but they had to drop theirs because over at 80 says we're